Laughing Vikings Live. High vibe chats with actors, comedians, and creators, plus stand-up comedy, sketch comedy, and most importantly, you. That's right, join us every Monday for new episodes, and you can be a part of the show on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch. Ask questions and interact in the comments, and make sure to share this with your actor, comedian, and creator friends so they can be a part of the show too. Can't make a live show? No problem. You can catch up on your favorite podcast platform and visit laughingvikings.com to find out how you can join the cast and crew. All right, it's time for today's show. Buckle up and make sure you stick around to the end because we have a special surprise for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Laughing Vikings Live. Happy Monday Fun Day. Let's go.
Live from New York City, it's Laughing Vikings.
Yeah.
It's Monday Night Live here at Laughing Vikings. I'm Lars. You got BK Broiler holding down the fort back in LVTO, the OGH headquarters. And I'm here in New York City, setting up shop here at LVNY. We're going international this week. Welcome to all the listeners and viewers. How you doing there, BK?
I'm doing fantastic, Lars. It has been a great 2 days here at LVHQ. It's been a busy 2 days.
Yeah, you've been slammed. Yeah. I feel last week was the week before last was what we call your best week ever, your most amount of sessions that you've run in 1 week. Mm-hmm. And I think you're going to blow that out of the water this week since you're holding down the fort while I'm going international here in New York City. So, yeah, that's great. Yeah, you had a busy one. Well, how many did you have yesterday?
I had 6 yesterday. I now have 7 today.
Wow.
So two more after this podcast today.
Busy boy. You've just been acting all day long, huh?
Oh my God. I love it. This is the best job in the world. Oh my God. I get to act every day, all day. It's great.
Yeah, with your friends mostly too, right? Yeah. Yeah. And I am in the Big Apple here. Hang on for this. Ready? I'm going to see if I can rotate my camera. This is so I'm in the hotel room right now, but I'm going to show you out my window.
Ooh.
Ooh. That looks like New York to me. I'm going to tip you forward here, and you can see I'm on the 21st floor. So
okay,
how's that? You get a little vertigo.
Cool.
Ooh, there you go.
Really nice.
Can you see the street? There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's people walking down there.
That is not a green screen. This one is real. Yeah.
I was going to do this in front of the green screen, and then I realized I'm wearing a green shirt, and I can't. I really biffed it today.
Right. Yeah, for those who don't know, I'm down here in New York City doing the summer intensive. It's a week long with the Tom Todoroff Conservatory, where we are doing all kinds of classes with the faculty of the conservatory, speech, movement. What do we do? I'll tell you what we did today. We did a voice and speech class with Patrick Mulryan, who's an incredible voice and speech teacher. Nice. Then we did an improv class. Then we did an Alexander technique class. Later in the week, we do a voiceover class, more movement, more speech. We're doing another improv class, another Alexander class. We've got some Shakespeare classes, and then 3 days of intensive scene study with Tom, where people will be presenting scenes and monologues, and he'll work with each individual actor working through their scenes. So I drove down on, when did I drive? Sunday, so day before last. Bombed down. And again, for those who don't know, a little fun fact about Larsy Boy is my mom was born in New York City, so I actually have dual citizenship. I've got a passport for the US and Canada, social insurance numbers for both countries, so I can work in either country, I can travel to either country, which is brilliant because no matter what country I'm going into, I'm coming home, which means they can't turn you away. I literally could have got to the border and been like, cough, cough, I have full-blown COVID and I'm on my way home. And they'd be like, all right, come on in, go quarantine, I guess. But I crossed at Niagara Falls and nobody, like, the border's closed the other way. The land border, I don't think was even open for Americans crossing the land border coming in. Canadians aren't allowed to cross the land border. Basically, everything is like fly only, I think, right now. And if you're flying, you need all your vax papers and your tests, and everything has to be like fit the protocol. But if you're driving, if you're a U.S. citizen driving into the States, which is rare because why would a U.S. citizen? There's not too many people, I don't think, in Canada. But yeah, it was crazy. I just like straight in, like zero questions COVID related. It was just citizenship. Where do you live? Where you going? What's going on there? Anything to declare? Can I check the trunk? Have a good day, which was interesting. And then I got to Pennsylvania and had to stop to get gas. And I went into the convenience store, the gas store there. And it was the first time in a year and a half I've been indoors, like at a public place, and not had a mask on. There was like no mask signs.
How was that?
It was a little, I mean, it felt great. It was weird because it's sort of like we're all trained to expect masks. And in Canada, we had longer lockdowns than elsewhere. So yeah, it felt great though. It was nice to like see people's entire faces and to not be thinking like, oh fuck, I forgot my mask. And same with New York. New York is I think a little more aware. It's a little more dense here. So some places have signs, but it's kind of honor system / to each their own, depending on like the business. So some businesses will have like, please put on a mask. But I don't think there's any actual city bylaw or state bylaw anymore. I think it's just a free for all. So yeah, it's really interesting. Donna Lisa Otto, there she is. She says, have a fabulous week at the intensive. Wish I could have joined you. Well, you could have joined us by Zoom, but you can come again next year. It's weird right now for everyone, Donna. So yeah, we love you though. We see you on Zoom every week. So yeah, there's some familiar faces down here. So it's nice to see people in person. Like there's like, I think there's maybe 15 people that are in person and then maybe another 5 or 10 on Zoom. And it's people that I've known like through Zoom classes for almost a year now, but I've never seen them in person. So it's this weird, like, I recognize you in 2D, but now with this extra D, it's just like a little different. But yeah, it was great. So Bomb Down Sunday. One of the really cool things, and I'll never forget it, it was actually really emotional. I entered New York at the George Washington Bridge, which is north Manhattan, like above, like I guess it's technically the Bronx, I guess. And so it's like 178th Street. And I cross over and I turned on Empire State of Mind and Rihanna. So Alicia Keys' Empire State of Mind with Jay-Z, and then Rihanna and Jay-Z Run This Town, and just cranked up the New York tunes as I was coming across. So you come across and you get a it's George Washington Bridge is one of my favorite spots to enter because you get a really nice lengthwise cityscape view of the entire west side of Manhattan. And it was like this really profound moment where I literally had the feeling like I'm crossing this bridge, and by the time I get to that other side of the bridge, I'm going to be a different person, and there's no returning that way. Almost like figuratively, the bridge was burning behind me. And once I'm in New York, it's never going to be the same again, kind of thing, which was really cool. It was emotional. And it was also emotional because I've been in New York tons of times. Like I've been here dozens and dozens of times. My mom was born here when I was younger. My grandfather, my aunts, we had family friends. My brother still lives here. So from the time I was like 5 years old, I've been coming here 3 or 4 times a year, and I haven't been here this entire pandemic. So part of it, there was some emotional, like, oh shit, like finally I've been here. And I haven't been, it's also the first place I've been period since COVID. So the first travel. So it was really cool, but there was just an electricity and an energy. There is something about New York. It's the capital of the world. It blows Toronto. Like I love Toronto. Toronto's beautiful. It's got a vibrant arts and culture scene, very multicultural, but it's like 1/10 of New York. It doesn't even, like, you come here and you're like, oh, this is a fucking city. And you, like, because Toronto's interesting because the downtown area, that's the city. But as soon as you're outside of downtown, it's just neighborhoods, like little one-story, two-story, three-story places. But New York is just like, boom, like doesn't matter where you go, you're in the thick of this concrete jungle, and the energy of it is just, it's literally like the Alicia Keys, she says something like, big lights will inspire you, these streets will, I don't know what she says, but yeah, something like that. But it's what is it? These streets will, but it's true. I was listening to it and I'm like, it's fucking true. Like the second you get here, there's an energy, there's an electricity. Certainly for actors, this is the mecca of theater. Arguably, LA is the mecca for TV, or for film, at least for movies. But New York is theater. Broadway is the capital of theater. I mean, I guess you can argue London West End, but New York's the capital of the world. I don't care what you say. You can throw London in there. You can throw Tokyo in there. Yeah. But if you were to poll people in the world who've never been to a big city, what big city do they want to go to? They're going to say New York City. So it's incredible to be here. It's like, it's ridiculous. But it's also interesting because of COVID, it's way quieter. There's way less population here. I imagine the international tourism is way down. The commuters are way down too. Like there's people who have moved out of the city and not moved back, or were working in the city and not moved back. So it's perfect. It's kind of like being in like the best amusement park ever, but there's not really any lines and there's no crowd. So I'm happy with it. I like, it's kind of a slower, like a slightly dialed back pace of the usual New York. Because a lot of times in New York, you're just in, it's like that scene from Tootsie where Dustin Hoffman is just rammed into a crowd of people and you're just in this big like herd of people. We got Jade Leo Robinson saying, yo! What's up, Jade Leo Robertson? I said Robinson, but it's Robertson. Good to see you, buddy. Last night was incredible. Like the amount of energy, it was crazy because it was an 8-hour drive to come down here, which is beautiful, bombing through the mountains, just cranking tunes. I was running my scene as I was driving too, so it was some good rehearsal time. But when I arrived, I was kind of riding that, just the energy of getting here. And then today, by the end of class, I'm like, now I just need to have a nap right now and move along with things. But it's crazy. I highly recommend, like, if you're, anyone, doesn't matter who you are, at some point, figure out how to get to New York, because it is the capital of the world. It's so multicultural. People watching is insane because there's literally every different shape, size, style, background, culture, like in the same block. You walk down the same block and you'll see all these different super eclectic people. It's just amazing. I literally can't say enough about it. I could just talk all about New York, this entire thing. And if you have been here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're like, there's also a reason that you see all those shirts. I love New York. People fucking love New York. There's no like, I love Milwaukee. There's no I Heart Milwaukee shirts. People are like, yeah, Milwaukee, whatever.
There might be some now.
There might be now that they've won the NBA championship. But before that, they're like, Milwaukee, what are you doing? It was like, the slogan was, Milwaukee, what are you doing here? That was the T-shirt. Milwaukee, why? Why? But it's crazy. It's so amazing here. I can't wait. Like I'm already sad for when I have to come back because I want to stay. But when I come back, this is the beginning, like we talked, of multiple trips that were supposed to start happening before COVID, and then COVID happened and we put everything on pause. But I'll be down here every couple months to do some stand-up, to do some acting things, do some film and TV work. So it's fantastic.
And we have another comment from Adam Daniel Mazzei, a regular here.
Adam Daniel Mazzei says, hey, gang. And then he also says, that's so offensive to Milwaukee. Oh, well. I assume Milwaukee's not watching this. Milwaukee, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Whatever. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Milwaukee.
They just won the NBA championship. What more do you want from them?
Wow. That doesn't mean that they're a better city than New York City. Come on.
Wait, is Wisconsin the state that Milwaukee's in?
It's the state. Yeah, it's Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is also Chicago.
Great. What are you bashing on Wisconsin for?
Why? Because
it's awesome.
They're cheeseheads. It's cold as fuck, and it's in the middle of nowhere. Milwaukee to me is like
Ian's pizza. You know what they put on Ian's pizza? Everything.
Milwaukee is United States Winnipeg in my head.
When you have that great of a pizza, and yet Adam Daniel Majay says, awesome cheese, awesome beer, great baseball team. I don't know about the baseball team, but I know about the cheese, and the cheese is great. Agree
to disagree. You want to know where they probably got the cheese? They probably have a place in New York City.
They have a factory.
They get on the phone and be like, hey, New York, send us some of the good cheese. Send us some of your deli cheese. And then it ends up in Milwaukee.
It has to come from somewhere, Lars, and that's Milwaukee and Wisconsin.
Right. Well, when
you've just been branded.
Right. Let's put a poll out there. Milwaukee or New York? Where do you want to move to? Milwaukee? Where do you want to play pro league sports? Milwaukee or New York? Where do you want to go to theater school? Milwaukee or New York?
We'll wait.
Anyone? We'll wait. Yeah. So should shout out to Tom Todoroff and the conservatory as well. The week's looks like an amazing week. Everyone's super jazzed to be here. It's cool now that they're doing the hybrid versions of it. So we have people from all over the world tuning in via Zoom, and they're interacting the usual Zoom way. And then we're there live and in person. So it's an interesting dynamic, and it's like it's the future. We're in the future here. Mm-hmm. It's cool.
You can also join us for a free acting workshop with the Tom Todoroff Conservatory on Saturday if you go to laughingvikings.com/actors. That's laughingvikings.com/actors.
Yeah, there's a link there that takes you over the Todoroff Conservatory page, but there's the weekly Zoom. And every week, those workshops, there's sort of 3 classes in one. There's a text analysis, and then there is voice and speech with one of the conservatory faculty, renowned teachers that teach at some of the most prestigious and well-known theater schools in the country, and not only this country. Andrew Wade, who was actually I guess by the time, if you're watching this live this Saturday, Andrew Wade, who was the voice and speech coach and teacher at the Royal Shakespeare Company, like it literally doesn't get you. There's no.
You already know who's teaching this week?
It comes out every week in the newsletter. Oh. Yeah, if you scroll to the bottom of the newsletter, you'll see who's coming.
Oh, next. Who's coming out? Oh,
fun fact.
Do that.
Fun fact.
Now I know.
Yeah. My brother's here as well too, so I got to see him last night. I haven't seen my brother since November 2019, so it felt good to give him a hug and hang out with him and grab some dinner. And my setup here is perfect. My parking lot where I got parking is a block away from the hotel. My hotel is 2 blocks away from my brother, and all of that is a 15-minute walk straight down one street. I'm on 28th and 6th, and the theater that we're doing, or the studio that we're doing the intensive at, is like 10th Street and 6th Avenue. So I literally just walk down one street, 18 blocks. Takes about 15 minutes, and I'm there. So
nice,
perfect. I'm set the fuck up, and I'm here in my beautiful Hilton Garden Inn here with the New York view.
Woo!
Now you're in New York. Something, you made it. These streets will inspire you. I don't know how the lyrics go. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
There you go.
What else we got to talk about? We talked about the trip.
How was the last show at Comedy Alley before you left?
Ooh, well, funny you should ask, because you were there, and it was a banger. It was our biggest show yet. We had a full house. We booked a birthday special package. If you're watching, you got a birthday coming up in August, September, October. Reach out. We're doing a birthday special. You can buy a 10-pack or a 20-pack of tickets, essentially buying out either half or all of Comedy Alley specifically for your group. We'll make the birthday boy or girl the guest of honor, so that the night will be all about them. We live stream it and videotape it, so that we'll end up getting together like a little mashup of your birthday memories, so you can be a part of the show. Big friend of Laughing Vikings, Tony Long, who works in TV and film, as an editor, and I think he's also directed and shot some things as well. But he does a lot of work as an editor, and that's how I came to know him. It was his birthday on Saturday. Was it Saturday or was it Friday? No, it was Friday. So it rained like crazy on Saturday. Friday night, full house. And you got a poster there? You want to show some of the comedians?
Oh.
Where are we here? Boom. Yeah. So that's we had Allie Pierce. We also had Chris Sandiford, Sabrina Douglas, and Monty Scott. Adrian Sawyer popped by just to say hello. Sandra Battolini popped by to say hello. And we had a full house of paying audience members too. So it was great. It was amazing. Good vibes. I mean, I always love any shows, even whether there's 5 people in the audience or 500, but there's something to say for full houses. And last Friday, we had a full house. It was great. So if you want to check out an upcoming Comedy Alley show, go to laughingvikings.com/Comedy Alley. And you've been hearing us say this for the last little while, but it's super intimate. It's a really cool vibe, sort of has a speakeasy vibe to it. You enter through the studio and then you're outdoors, but it's sort of in an outdoor alleyway deck on the roof sort of thing. So it has the feeling of being outdoors, but it kind of also has the feeling of being indoors. There's no real way to describe it other than get there, grab some tickets, enjoy a show. Pro comedians. We have headliners who have worked all across this country and many others. And so we usually book 3 to 5 comedians. So you're going to see pro comedians every single night. I often am hosting them, and we do a lot of fun stuff there. So check it out. There it is. laughingvikings.com/Comedy Alley. Ooh, there's my brother. That's my brother, Chris.
Oh, hey.
The ball fields, Madison Square Garden, representing. Let's go Rangers. Actually, fun fact, my brother's a musician, mainly a bass player, but plays bass guitar, but plays other instruments and is very well musically versed. But way back in the day, like must have been early 90s, he got hired and contracted to write the Madison Square Garden Rangers song, like their goal song. So when they score a goal, not on TV, but when they score a goal, I mean, you kind of hear it in the background on TV, but when they score a goal, and like all the like whatever the fight song that comes on is, he wrote that way back in the day, and however many years, 30 years later, it's still playing. Unfortunately, it was a non-union deal, so it's not like he's getting a royalty every time a Ranger scores a goal. But fun fact, if you're ever at MSG watching a Rangers game and they score a goal, you'll hear my brother's song in the background. Maybe we'll cue it up for another time. Because I think it's somewhere online. If you found it, if you just look up like Rangers goal song or something, there'll be video of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris. He's a couple blocks. I can't see him. I don't know where his building is out here, but.
Oh. Adam Daniel Mazzei says Jays lost the 3-game series to the Mets. Tight game yesterday, 5-4. Jays are playing against the Boston Sox tonight. Gonna be a slugfest.
Nice. Yeah, I saw that the Jays were here, and in my head I was like, "Ooh, maybe I could catch a Jays game." But I would imagine it was a day game on Sunday, and I didn't get here till 5 or 6 o'clock, so I missed it. This close. Oh, my brother's saying the song is called "Slap Shot." Maybe
Slap Shot. Yeah.
Slap Shot. Yeah, we'll look at that. So. Yeah, so Comedy Alley, it's great. It's amazing, and we do weekend shows. There'll be more special dates. Primarily, we're doing shows Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday. But the busier we get, we'll just start adding shows because it's just going to get more and more packed. So stay tuned for that. I love it. What you queuing up?
I think I have the Rangers song.
Let's hear it. I'll tell you if it's the one. You share your screen. Chris, stay on the line here and tell us if this is it. I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. That might even be his vocals too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Can you turn it up? Oh.
I wonder how long they play this after the goal. Do they play the whole minute and 30 seconds?
I don't know. We'll have to go sometime.
I'd be down.
Yeah, if you do the math, even if they were playing him $5 every time they score a goal at the Garden, he'd be doing all right. But seems like his agent at the time dropped the ball or dropped the puck at that time. Adam Daniel Mazet says, Lars, are you staying hydrated, wetting your whistle? Drank a shit ton of water and Gatorade. I don't know if you're asking if I'm hitting up the New York pubs yet. I'll do that a little later on in the week, but not a whole lot because I've got busy days and I am, as I get older, my hangovers get worse. So I find if I kind of like really have a solid night of drinking, the next day I feel like shit. The day after I feel like shit in it. So if I drank tonight and like got like if I had more than 4 drinks, say, I wouldn't feel like a normal, good, like vibrant human being until Thursday afternoon sometime, and I don't like it. So yeah, I certainly not here. I paid good money to be at the conservatory, and it's physical and it's active, and that's the worst when you have to do. I don't know if you've ever been to like, when if you've ever had to play sports when you're hungover or do anything. It's just I don't want to be there. So I'm trying to stay on top of things fitness wise and drinking wise and.
I remember in university having to go to rehearsals hungover, and those were not fun. Especially when it's like Greek mask and you're covered head to toe in like garb and robes and masks.
Right.
And you're just
and
you're sweating.
You're smelling your own booze breath. That's making you sick.
God.
Yeah.
That was not a good rehearsal.
So the younger version of me would have been like, oh my God, I'm in New York. It's time to party. Now it's here. I didn't come here to party. I came here to focus on and enjoy myself in the classes. So that being said, I will certainly drink a handful of Guinness while I'm here. We'll hit up some Irish pubs. And I'll probably have a couple shots of Jameson at some point too, but it'll be later in the week when I've sort of settled in here a little bit.
Nice.
Maybe the last night too.
And then Chris says more plays at MSG than Billy Joel.
Right. Yeah. You're probably the highest played artist at MSG. If you, that's a little fun fact. My brother's band has played more at MSG than any other band, just over the loudspeaker.
Nice.
Yeah. We got to write a new song though, or get a new sports. Got to write a new one.
Sports.
Should pitch him. Just cold call, email them, and say, "Listen, you've been playing the same fucking song for 30 years. It's time to upgrade."
Yeah.
I got the 2.0, and oh, by the way, every time you score a goal, you send me $1.
Yeah. Then the Rangers win the cup, and then they get a ton of money back.
Right. Just an envelope. Make sure throughout the episodes, always, if you have questions, you want to ask us a question.
Yeah.
One thing I want to do too for anyone watching live, and I'll do this on Instagram too. So follow us at Laughing Vikings. I had in my mind I want to do like for those who either can't travel or have never been to New York, or maybe you have, and there's certain things about New York that you love. I don't know how many of these I can do, but I just want to put it out there. If you have a request, you want to see something in New York, you want to see, like I could go live, I could take a picture, I could get down into a certain area that you want to see and pop on live so that you can actually see that area. There's something you want me to do while I'm here. I'm just putting it out there. Lars, this is like the Lars New York Make-A-Wish Foundation, where if you have a New York wish, you're just like, I want you to go buy Famous Ray's Pizza and just crush a slice of pizza for me so I can feel and see and get invigorated by New York pizza with you. I'll do that. You want me to go to the shores of the Hudson River and dip my foot in the Hudson River because you always wanted to and you're not able to cross the border? I'll go do that stuff for you. So let me know if you have any New York requests. I'll do that. And make sure if you're not following us on Instagram, I'll probably do most of it on Instagram. So go to Laughing Vikings or Lars Classington on Instagram. Brandon, do you have any requests? You want to see Times Square? You want me to go
I want you
kiss
to
a Broadway marquee for you? What do you want?
Yeah, I was thinking like go take a selfie or do a reel in front of a Broadway house.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll do a little song and dance.
Do it. Yes, please.
I'll sing Phantom of the Opera in front of the Pantages Theater or something here. I don't know if it's called Pantages.
Yeah.
The Phantom of the
Opera is here.
My brother also says, shout out to Bad Apple and Ray Castoldi, the MSG music director. Yeah, we got to get those shout outs in there. Hey, Ray. Is it the same Ray? Is Ray Castoldi Famous Ray from Famous Ray's Pizza? There's a lot of New York Rays. We'll figure that out. And Adam Daniel Mazet, what does he say there? No chance for you to get some footage of you in Dr. Todorov's class. I don't know if he's a doctor yet, but certainly a doctor of scene study. Smidges, snippets, microblogs. I'll grab some pictures and stuff. If you follow Tom Todorov on Instagram or Facebook, they're kind of releasing little snippets. There'll be no like full live stream or full video. We will all get videos at the end of the week of our scene study, whether people are doing scenes or monologues or people who are doing, there's Bella. Hello, Bella. Yeah. Bella, oh, you keep doing it. Put it up there. Bella. So Bella's my agent. Hello, Bella Grundy, back in Toronto. I'm here in New York. Let's show Bella out my window here. Yeah. So Bella, I'm at the 21st floor of the Hilton Garden. I'm at 28th and 6th Avenue. So I literally walked down 6th Avenue to 10th and 6th to go to the studio where they're at. It's great. We had day one. And Brandon right here is going to be helping me with the audition that you sent me earlier. So thank you for sending me that. I emailed Bella to let her know I was going to be here, but I was like, just so you know, I'm still fully in the game. I'm bringing my gear. I got my portable setup. Let's go with stuff back in Toronto. If anything comes up here in New York, you got to send me to an audition here in New York. I'm ready to rock. And it came true. So we're taping for a TV show in Toronto basically after this podcast. We're hopping on to do that. So hello, Bella. I will say, you stayed here? The Hilton Garden? Was it room 2107? I was wondering why there was a hint of marijuana. Is that Bella? Was that Bella here? Did you smoke a joint in the 21st floor of the Hilton Garden Inn in Chelsea, New York? Liz Taylor says, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Hey, Liz, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome from New York City here. We've gone international this week. I'm setting up an outpost here, Laughing Vikings, New York. And Brandon's holding down the fort in Toronto. By the way, Bella, too, you'll also see a lot of self-tape auditions come from Laughing Vikings. And the reader/session director on the other side is Brandon here. So you can put a name to a face here. He's probably sent you a bunch already. And he's holding down the fort with people in Toronto while I'm gone. So Brandon's amazing, runs great sessions. All the actors who come love him. And I like that quote too. Bella said, "Doctor of surfing." Yeah. I like that.
We also asked, can you hear my snoring?
Yeah. I think if I wait a second, it's like a seashell. So this is my ice bucket in the hotel, and it's like a seashell. And if I do this, yeah, there it is, a little New York snore. Hello, Bella?
I think that's it. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I think I could hear it through here as well.
Yeah. Nice. What a world, eh? Look at this. We're just connecting.
Liz also says, you're super awesome. So happy to see you rocking it.
Thank you, Liz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Liz is a fantastic actor. I feel like Liz works more than anyone in the city because I always see her on set and see things popping up. She's also one of the top real estate agents in the city. So shout out to you. She's double dipping. She's making that acting coin and she's making that real estate money. Adam Daniel Mazet says, "Oh, here's a shout out for you, Brandon. I fully vouch for the BK. Oh, the BK Brawler. Nice. We have done much work together in the Ready Room, Professor X style. I like so. Just for the record, I don't know if you misheard or if this is just your spin on it, but I call Brandon BK Broiler, sort of based on the Burger King chicken sandwich." But I also like BK Brawler because once in a while he gets a little surly and he gets a little feisty. I could see you. I could see you with after a few whiskeys in you becoming a BK Brawler. Maybe on the shinny ice when you're playing shinny with the boys. You might get into a little scrum. You know.
Yeah, maybe.
Have you ever jerseyed a guy? Yeah, like yank his jersey.
No.
And then feed him uppercuts. That's how you play hockey, right?
I would have got suspended if I did that.
Oh, it wasn't allowed in your league.
Yeah. Barrel chested, yo.
The man is barrel chested, yo. I like that. Yeah. And you have to further Adam's comment there. You're fantastic. Thank you so much for all the work that you've done with us, Brandon. I know that the actors love working with you, and that was really important to me. That was a little bit of tension for me in expanding and going from being the guy that was running every session. So all these actors, many of them longtime friends coming to me. There's a certain protectedness, or I sort of wanted to protect the vibe and protect the professionalism of the studio and make sure that all the clients are happy. So it's really important to me who I brought on, and you fit the vibe energetically. It's always super positive. It's always really fun. I know that actors immediately feel energized and welcome to the studio. I know that you're always throwing tons of creative suggestions out at them. So I know that A, they're going to have a good time, they're going to enjoy themselves, and B, their auditions are always going to be better than they would had they not come and worked with you. So thank you for holding down the fort. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it. Like this, again, I said this at the top of the podcast, but like this has been the best job in the world. Like this room is like a playhouse to me at this point. Like,
right.
I create so many rooms in this like place, and it doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, what you're saying, how you're saying it. It's going to come out great. And I know. I love it. I love it.
And you got all your go-to props and your go-to hats and wigs and all your little knickknacks that you use and all the tech hacks and like all the little things that we do to kind of Hollywood it up and like cheat it sometimes. It's great. What is once you added the BK Broiler to this mix, it became a full-on guffaw. Mere LOLing. Vikings no more. Okay, so it's the guffawing Vikings.
Ooh.
Right. Oh, technically a guffaw counts as a laugh out loud, I think. So we're still in the ballpark there. Yar. Yeah, and I've said this before. One of my favorite things is when I am in the studio, if I'm working on something else and you're in the back room working with an actor, one of my favorite things is hearing the two of you, whoever's back with you, laughing out loud. And I literally hear pure joy coming from that room. And I'm like, yes, that's what I want. So it's great. I appreciate you and the whole, everyone, not just you. We've got other session directors, Lucy, Amy, Kat, back in the day, Trevor Ketchison and Sophie ran sessions, Nick Ferwerda, Lori and Piana back in the day, Jesse Camacho back in the day. We had a larger group pre-COVID, and then COVID kind of threw a wrinkle in things. And then now some of these people are coming back to the city. So we're just going to keep expanding. It's great. I want to have that place ideally full. And if we need to expand and get a second and third room, then we'll do that. Just have our own little playground.
And shout out to Stephen Elliott Jackson, who helped me with a couple self-tapes yesterday.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
His first time here at the studio, yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Where did he come from?
Oh, he's at Broadview and Cosburn, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So he's close by.
Super close.
Yeah.
Great. How did he like it?
Oh, he loved it. He loved Comedy Alley. He was really liking that.
Great.
Yeah. And like the tapes we shot were great. And I didn't tell you. The laughter got honorable mention for Critics' Pick at Hamilton Fringe.
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
That's great. Bella says, "Hi, Brando." I like that. Maybe you
Hey,
should
Bella.
drop the N on your name and say Brando Knox. Go a little Marlon.
Gonna go a little Marlon.
Yeah.
Brando Knox. Well, that
Brando.
would help me with the Brandon Knox at Morningstar.
Right? Yeah. So fun fact, viewers, watchers, listeners, Brandon, there's another Brandon Knox, and our Laughing Vikings Brandon Knox gets at least weekly phone calls, corporate phone calls. The guy works for some company called Morningstar. So every week, like clockwork, Brandon has to answer the phone and go, "Are you looking for Brandon Knox from Morningstar? No, this is not him. You need to change your phone number or
I'm probably
something."
gonna need to change my
Yeah,
phone.
it's too much. I feel like if you don't, it'll drive you crazy, and maybe one day you'll murder the other Brandon Knox, and you'd be like, I had to. Like, you need to.
Well, I was like trying to call my mom yesterday, and I'm scrolling through like recent contacts, and like you pop up once, and like
Right.
it's all just random numbers that are from either scams or
Right.
people calling about Brandon
Right.
Knox from
Right.
fucking Morningstar.
Right. So 90% of your phone bill is wrong numbers and spammers. It's the guys calling to ask if they can clean your ducks or calling to ask for the wrong Brandon Knox.
Who even has ducks anymore?
You need to change that. I only have geese, so yeah.
Well, they're a unit of measurement, apparently.
Yeah, I can't believe that you've gone as long as you have without sorting that out. That would drive me nuts.
I've just had this number for a really long time, and it's like
Right.
I'm attached to it at this point.
Right. Yeah. What number are the duck cleaners going to call?
What are they going to call? Who are they going to call?
I ask those people every time. I'm like, I don't really lose my shit on them or anything, but I'm like, yeah, hi. Like I interrupt. Like, yeah, I don't have ducks. If we did have ducks, I wouldn't be the guy. I'm not green lighting the duct work in my building. I'm not the guy. And oh, by the way, can you please remove this number? Like, this is just a waste of time. And I swear I get a call from them every week. And also, if your business model in 2021 is cold calling people, you're fucked. Like you're like, I feel bad for the people that are doing that.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for their entire business model, because certainly some targeted Instagram and Facebook ads, like they could reach 10 times the amount of people and have people clicking on their ads who actually want the thing that they are offering, rather than people screaming at them. And
I've also had some scam calls that are people claiming to be from TD.
Oh yeah.
Canada Trust.
It's never, they don't do like, I mean, and
I've gotten text messages saying like you have to check your account.
Scam. Yeah. Apparently banks will never do that. They don't send you a link and be like, click. If you're ever clicking on a bank link, that is something other than the website. A prince in Nigeria is about to get all your money. That's how that works.
I mean, I hope if they're scamming that it's not going to some prince. It's going to someone that could actually use it. But yeah, no, that's how the world works, isn't it?
Right. I mean,
we live in a fucked up society.
Doesn't need. I mean, it's a numbers game, I guess. So you call 1,000 people, and a handful of them either fall for the scam or say yes to your duct cleaning service.
What if you answered? You're just like, yes, I want 100 ducks. Please deliver me my ducks. I don't want them in egg form or duckling form. I want them in duck form.
Or you just agree, and you're just like, oh, yeah, you guys clean ducks? Oh, my God, what are the odds? I was just sitting here thinking, looking into my vents and ducts, thinking, man, there's a lot of bacteria and dust in here. If only someone would fucking cold call me every week and ask me to clean them. Right?
If only.
If only. Thank God you called. When can you be here? Can you be here now? I'm here now. I'm here right now. Can you come over and clean them right now? What do I got to do? Do I wire you some money right now? How much is it? What do you need? $1,000? Well, $1,000 clean my ducks?
8,000.
Oh, wait.
Ooh.
My phone is ringing. 1 sec.
I swear to God, if this is Brandon Knox from Morningstar, I'll kill someone.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Please, please, please.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, yeah, hi, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks for asking. This is Ali from the Air Duct Cleaning Services.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, the reason of my call is to inform you that we are running a promotion regarding the complete house air duct cleaning service in just one flat rate with no hookup charges, no private charges, and you also get a natural sanitization for free.
What?
Can you tell me how many? Sorry?
That's amazing. You want to hear something? We were just doing a podcast, and I was complaining to my podcast co-host how I have all of these ducks, and they're very dirty and dusty, and there's bacteria. And I was like, God, man, if only someone would randomly call me right now. Oh, he hung up.
He hung up.
There's no way that was real. There's no way that was someone.
That
Kudos
is
to you.
ridiculous.
I feel like it was probably Adam Daniel Mazzei, or maybe it was Jade Robertson. Or was that maybe was that yeah, it was kind of an accent. Whoever did it put on a believable accent, because there usually is an accent attached to that. If that was just synchronicity, like that is perfect.
That is ridiculous.
We need to go. It's one of two things. It was great regardless. That was either the most insane synchronicity ever, or just a very, very savvy person, one of our beloved viewers and listeners, who was like, you know what I'm going to do right now? I got Lars's number. I'm going to call it.
If
that's
that
crazy.
Was somebody, please, I need to compliment you on that, because you.
Yeah. Show yourself. The jig is up. Take credit for this. Actually, if you take credit for this right now, I'm going to give you a Laughing Vikings T-shirt.
Giveaway.
This is like Crime Stoppers, where we're just luring you in. Yeah, admit it. We're not mad. Don't worry. We won't.
Nothing will happen to you. We swear.
Oh, there we go. We got our first request from Adam Daniel Mazzei at ADM. Oh, bring that up again.
Yeah.
I'll bring it. Okay. Lars, can you take a live walk or an IG live of you walking the High Line? I sure can. I think it's pretty close to me too, so I'll do that. Most of this stuff will be later in the week, after Tuesday night. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday of next week, I'll have a little more time to do this kind of stuff. There's no way. Could you believe that?
Way. That's ridiculous.
Can you believe? Tell us. Show yourself right now.
That's ridiculous.
If you're the brilliant person who just did that, kudos to you. I mean, it wasn't a Toronto number popped up, which it usually is. It was a number I don't recognize.
Yeah.
So, there was nothing attached to it.
That has to be. It has to be a coincidence. It has to be.
What?
That's ridiculous. It's so.
And if you're watching, listening, thinking, "Oh, Lars and Brandon, this is a whole bit," are you fucking kidding me? I came down to New York, and the bit we thought up was like, "Oh, let's start talking about duct cleaning, and then I'll get my brother to call me." And he'll put on an Indian accent and pretend to be the duct cleaners. We're not that savvy. I can't believe that
far ahead.
My mind is still blown both ways.
That's ridiculous. That's great. Oh my God.
That's crazy. What? I want to look up the number and see if it's a repeated number. I just scroll back and see if that one has called me before. Should I call it back? And also, here's the thing: if it was real, why didn't that guy stay on the line? Because everything I said was positive. I was like, we're doing a podcast. We're just talking about this. This is perfect.
I feel like he probably heard me laugh as well.
Oh, so he's like, yeah. Can you imagine? They must spend 99% of their time just completely wasted. I don't know how you could do that job, because you're like, okay, there's a 99.99% chance the next 5 minutes of my life is going to be a waste. Brutal.
Chin Drew.
Right. Yeah, these are modern day chimney sweeps. I guess they got to pay the bills some ways, right? Who am I? Keep trying. If this apparently it's working.
One day we'll get the ducks cleaned.
Right.
Or we'll get the geese cleaned. Either way.
That was amazing. That might be the
all right.
best
I don't think we're going to
ever.
be able to top that.
No, I think we should probably finish that.
I do have a quote for this week.
Hang on one sec. We got a comment. ADM says, planning on going to the New York Film Center. Also, is New York open? Any chance for you to catch an off Broadway show? I don't believe anything Broadway is quite open yet. They might have done a special show. Like, I feel like Bruce Springsteen did something. They've had a couple things happening. Generally, the city is open. I think most things are like restaurants and patios and stores, subways, like everything is active and functional. It's mostly no masks. Like, I don't think there's any bylaws, kind of individual businesses as we talked. So it's mostly open, but entertainment, big scale entertainment, Broadway isn't open. So the answer is probably a no to both of those. The New York Film Center, that may be back up and running now. I'll have to check that out.
Nice.
You had a quote?
I do. Quote to inspire our week is, never stop learning. For when we stop learning, we stop growing. And I think this is a great quote for this week because you're off at the conservatory. I'm running things here at the studio. We're both learning different things. I'm learning how to keep this studio afloat, sort of thing, or like not keep it afloat, but like, you know, run things around.
Yeah,
here.
it's extra responsibilities. It's been extra time. It's like you keep it on schedule and keeping people organized. It's a lot of moving parts and really it's just it's also just balancing different personalities and energies throughout the day coming in. Actors have a certain energy to them, so you sort of got to meet people where they're at and figure out how to take them from here to here. So yeah, kudos to you. And you have no Luna there either, so that's
well, I do miss Luna having Luna around.
No, that's what I mean. That's like, I don't mean you have no Luna so you don't have to worry about her. I mean you have no Luna so it's not as fun anymore.
Yeah.
My brother here, Bumpus Ballfield, says Shakespeare in the Park. That'd be good. Maybe we can.
Go see Shakespeare in the Park.
Yeah, I'll ask Emily and the conservatory people where their recommendation would be.
Yeah.
What's Adam saying? Always putting up a link here. Somewhere you might want to visit.
I'm not sure where that is. Or what
I don't want to click on it. Maybe it's one of those scam links. And then he says, the famous Robert Capa, war photographer, fodder for your next part. I've always wanted to go there. Nice. Oh, that's what that link was.
Cool. Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Nice. I will check it out. And yeah, absolutely. Doesn't matter who you are or what field you're in. If you're not learning and growing some ways, you're just going to feel stagnant and you're going to start wondering why your life feels awful. And it's probably because you're not growing anymore. So, and certainly in this field, and I was, and I think Bella can probably attest to this. I really didn't turn on the jets training wise till like maybe 2 years ago. I always considered myself serious because I was in it. Like, I didn't really do anything else. I haven't had a Joe job in 10 years. So I've always been fully in it. But I wasn't fully invested financially into coaches and trainings and classes. It was weird. Lifestyle wise, I was full blown an artist and a comedian and an actor, but I was still kind of dabbling professionally because I think I rested a little bit on my laurels. I kind of had it in my head, oh, I'm a natural talent. Like, I know what I'm doing here. And I just didn't really connect the dots that there are people every single year pouring hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars into top level coaches. And you just get better and better and better and better and better. And that's kind of, if there is like a silver bullet to how do you succeed, it's like, start getting a little bit better today and a little bit better tomorrow and just do that every day in perpetuity. And at some point you're going to get to where you want to be and your dreams are going to come true because you're on this inevitable path, much like fitness. If you work out or go for a run every day, you can't see it after a day or after a week maybe, but a year later or 5 years later, you can tell the difference between a body that works out every day and a body that doesn't. And you can tell the difference between an actor or musician or comedian or an artist who is learning and growing and improving versus someone who isn't. So, and I think training is a big thing that eliminates a big part of the imposter syndrome too. A lot of that comes from maybe an underlying lack of confidence in wondering like, do I belong? Or I didn't go to a 4-year conservatory. I didn't go to Juilliard, or I didn't go to Yale School of Drama. Like, so you can mitigate all that by just diving into as much training as you can, and all of a sudden you're amongst all the top people because you're doing the same things they're doing. So yeah, train, learn, invest, grow.
Keep doing it.
Keep doing
fighting, it. Keep pushing forward.
Just keep doing it. What else are you doing? Come on. Hey, quiet down there. Shut up. Sorry, it's a New York thing. Shut up. I'm gonna get a knock on the hotel door here. Like, sir, what's happening?
Sir, we heard yelling.
I thought, yeah, I'm an actor. It's okay.
I'm sure they hear that all the time.
Is he crazy or is he an actor? Is that an insane man, or is he just running lines in the park?
Maybe a bit of both.
A little bit of both. Little column A, little column B. All right, that's probably a good place to wrap it up for today. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Thank you everyone for joining us this week. Make sure to tune in next week on whatever day that is in August, I assume.
It's always Monday. Yeah,
it's always Monday.
Every Monday, normally 6 o'clock. We bumped it back to 7 o'clock because I need a little time to get downtown from the studio back to my hotel to do this. And after we hang up, Brandon and I are literally going to hop on a Zoom to record a Zoom audition to submit back to Bella in Toronto. So that hopefully when I return, I'll be hopping on a TV show that I've just booked an audition with. So living the fucking dream, baby, in New York.
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
There you go. You know the lyrics. Yeah. All right. Make sure to hit up laughingvikings.com. If you're new to the studio and you're an actor, you can get the first self-tape on the house. Go to laughingvikings.com/gift. And we'll hook you up with a freebie session. You got a big audition coming up, come see BK Broiler. When I'm back, come see me or any of our other session directors. And we will take care of you. We'll make sure your agent's happy, make sure the casting director sees a professional audition with strong choices that makes you look like the professional you are. And Adam says, nail the audition, Lars. I will, buddy. I mean, I'm in New York, so... Yeah, might have to film it. Should I film it with New York in the backdrop? It's like, hey, look at me auditioning from New York. Is that Broadway behind him? Is he in Broadway?
Where is that man right now?
Is he in Times Square?
Is he in New York?
It's pretty legit. It'd be like, it's pretty legit. He's pretty. Just so you know, he's in New York. He's pretty legit. All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Tune in, follow us on all the podcast platforms. Make sure to follow us on Laughing Vikings on Instagram. And anytime you have questions, you need help with something, reach out. Send us an email to lol@laughingvikings.com. We're building a fantastic community here, and all of you are part of it. So if there's something that we can help you with, make sure to speak up, and we will do our best. And if you want something done in New York, you got a New York wish, and in your head, you're like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get to New York to eat one of them fancy pretzels from the pretzel stands. I can eat a pretzel for you and live stream it just for you. Or we can do it POV, so it feels like I'll just feed you
I want you to do that.
Pretzel. You want to eat a pretzel?
Officially requesting that.
I'll get you a pretzel and a hot dog, and you can like bite it through Zoom. Like, yeah.
All right.
And then I'll just yell at random people, hey, I'm walking here. Hey, I'm walking here. All right. That's enough.
Thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic week.